to Easily Explain, where today we will be talking about conjugating AR verbs in Spanish. So let's get started. In Spanish, for any conjugations, we use a chart similar to the one shown on the screen. Yo is I, tú is you, él is he, ella is she, usted is like the you formal, nosotros is we, vosotros is like you informal group, so like y'all. This is mostly just used in Spain though, so we don't usually focus on vosotros a lot. Ellos is they, but masculine. Ellas is they, but feminine. And ustedes is you formal group. So for any AR verb, you might get a chart like this. So basically what this means is that if you're conjugating an AR verb for the yo form, you're going to add an O at the end. For the tú form, it's AS. El, ella, usted form, A. Nosotros, amos. Vosotros, ais. Ellos, ellas, ustedes, an. So let's take the verb hablar, which means to speak. So our AR is at the very end, so we know that this chart applies. So let's conjugate hablar for the yo form. We know that we have to add an O, but you're not just going to add an O to the verb like that. That is no, you can't do that. What you have to do is you have to first get rid of the AR. So habla, habl, you got rid of the AR. Now you attach your ending. So yo hablo. Tú hablas. El, ella, usted habla. Nosotros hablamos. Vosotros habláis. And ellos, ellas, ustedes hablan. So now you have your chart. For practice, create conjugation charts like we just did with hablar for the verb llamar, which is to call, and escuchar, which is to listen. Pause the video now and complete the practice. Alright, now let's do the chart together. So first we're just going to get rid of this AR portion. So our base is just this word. Alright, now let me make our chart for our endings. O, as, a, amos, ais, an. And now we can just attach those endings to all of the words. So we have llamo, llamas. Also, a thing to note about Spanish is that whenever we have the double L's, you don't say lamar, you say llamar. So the double L is pronounced as a Y. Just a thing to know. Llama, llamamos, llamáis, llaman. Okay, so now you know that if you were ever wanted to say I call, you would say yo llamo. You call, tú llamas. He, she, or you formal calls, él, ella llama. We call, nosotros llamamos. Vosotros llamáis, and they call, ellos, ellas, ustedes llaman. So now let's do the same thing with escuchar, which is to listen. So first we're going to get rid of the AR. So we have our base is what we're attaching the endings to. O, as, a. amos, ais, an. So the thing with these endings is you kind of just want to get into the rhythm of memorizing them, because there's a lot of verbs that you need to conjugate. So you just need to kind of get that rhythm down. O as a, amos, ais, an. O as a, amos, ais, an. So now we have escucho, escuchas, escucha, escuchamos, escucháis, escuchan. So now from this chart, if I were to ask you how to say you listen, you would say tú escuchas. We listen, nosotros escuchamos. So this is the great thing with conjugation charts, is that once you create a full conjugation chart, you can look at any pronoun, like if you want to say I listen, we listen, they listen, whatever, and you can just find that verb and just write it. And at some point you won't even need to write full conjugation charts. You'll just remember that, they is on, so I'm just gonna add an on next. I'm just gonna conjugate the verb with that ending instead. Congratulations! You are now an expert in conjugating AR verbs in Spanish. We hope this video really helped, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!